Oh, my baby hairs. Hi there, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If this is your first time seeing my face, welcome. I'm Samantha, and if you would like to stick around for some time, I would be honored if you hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, that helps me out a lot, and click the bell so you know when I upload. And if this is not your first time seeing my face, welcome back, baby. So today's video is going to be about a makeup that you can do that will withstand the devilish temperatures outside, and it's still a full face. This is especially for those of you that may be seeing the foundation free summer routine videos going around and you looked at it and was like, girl, I needs my foundation. Okay, this video is for you. This is literally full face using some waterproof products and ones that are not waterproof, but I show you how to make them waterproof and to save your makeup. So even if you do go outside and you start sweating like crazy, your face does not melt down your shirt. Feel me? All right, so if you want to see how I got this look and how I've made it bulletproof, keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that you want to make sure that you do is that your skin is well moisturized, because then you have less chance of your skin trying to produce oil while you're out in the devil's heat. So I've already moisturized my face. I use the Goop Beauty Goopgenes all-in-one nourishing face cream and moisturize underneath my eyes with the matching eye cream. When I used to work at MAC, when I lived in Atlanta, one thing that we did in the summertime for our customers was that we would take bottles of Fix Plus and the Charge Water, and we would put them in the mini fridge in the back, so when customers walked into the store, and especially if they were complaining about the heat, we just kind of welcome to MAC kind of thing, and it's really refreshing. So when it's hot outside, I figured, why not do the same thing at home? So I just take my facial mist, whatever one I want to use that day, and put it in the freezer for about like 20 minutes. Not long enough for it to solidify, but enough for it to get, a little cool, and spritz all over your face with it. And that is the Badescu facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. That smells so good. Okay, so a lot of times I personally don't use primer. A lot of professional makeup artists don't. We would rather just prep the skin really well instead of relying on a primer. But in the summertime, I feel like there are some instances where a primer is necessary. Like if someone has really oily skin, primer is going to be necessary, and in ungodly temperatures is going to be necessary. So my primer of choice today is the Nars Pore Shine Control Primer. All right, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that, not a whole lot, and rub that all over. I like to concentrate the product in the center of my face and then blend it outward. I personally need to do color correction in certain areas, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm using the Maybelline Master Camo color correcting pen in the shade Apricot. So I'm just gonna take some of that in those key areas to help me get rid of darkness, so I don't have to use so much of my concealer. And just gonna blend that out with a fluffy face blending brush. All right. And so for the secret weapon that's really just gonna make sure that your makeup stays put all day long, no matter, I mean, you could do a walkthrough of the 7th circle of hell and your face will still be beat. Okay, I'm just saying. So the secret ingredient for that is gonna be Inglot Dusraline. I take literally just like a drop or two because this stuff is powerful when it comes to like making stuff waterproof, sweat proof, humidity proof, like just bulletproof basically. So what I do is I take that and I mix that into my foundation. So today's foundation of choice, because I like to, in these types of temperatures, I like to go as lightweight with my foundation as possible. So I'm going in with my Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation in the shade 4.5N. So I take, let's say like a quarter size amount onto my palette. Yeah, I still use a palette. And take literally just like a couple of drops. And make sure you mix it in really, really good to where you don't see any more streaks. And go ahead and apply. So this is definitely my summer color. I bought this foundation last summer and it was like a perfect match when I bought it. It's a bit dark now. That's okay. I was gonna say, but it matched my neck though. Oh, but it really don't. So never mind. Now the great thing about this particular foundation is that it's A, waterproof, but B, it dries down on its own. So you don't need a powder. I mean, we're still gonna be using like a little bit of powder in today's video, but it's not necessary. It really isn't. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with the Uoma Beauty Stay Woke Concealer in the shade T3. All right, and now I'm just gonna blend that out with my beauty blender. Okay, so because this concealer is a bit more yellow than I realized, I'm gonna use just a little bit of another concealer to kind of break that up a bit, and one that's self-setting. So I'm using the Jouer High Coverage Liquid Concealer in the shade Dulce de Leche. As I said, just a little bit. All right, so now I'm gonna contour, and to do so, I'm gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Truffle. In the summer months, like when it's super, super hot, I usually try to do as much with creams as possible, because even if you start sweating, if you have on mostly creams, your skin will still look good. Like your foundation will still look good if you carry your beauty blender with you. It's easier to take that and to dab a little bit and you can correct it. But if you're wearing a ton of powder, the moment you start sweating, baby, it's over. So I'm gonna take this foundation stick and I'm gonna contour my face. And I'm gonna blend that out with a Sephora, what's this, number 79 contour brush. Save them. Okay, so now for blush, still dealing with creams and liquids and whatnot, and this is the Nars liquid blush in the shade Torrid. And I'm just gonna take a small duo fiber brush. This one is by ColourPop, and these liquid blushes are like really pigmented, so you really only need a little bit, and just apply that to the cheeks. I have no idea when it stopped recording. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. Well, I was talking about I was gonna do my brows off camera and be right back.
But the gag is,
'cause I was off camera for God knows how long already. I'll be back. Okay, so I guess I'll find out when I'm editing how much you guys did not see. Yeah, but I think you guys only missed like maybe bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I don't know. Like I said, I'll see when I'm editing. Anyway, so now time for eyes. We're gonna do something simple today. Cause when I think of summer looks, I don't think of like crazy eyeshadow. I think of just like sexy, healthy, radiant, glowy skin. All right, so for my eyes, I am gonna prime them using MAC Paint Pot in Layin Low. So for today's eyeshadow look, we're gonna be using the Nars Wanted palette. I love this palette so much. It is so beautiful. Mine is a mess, please excuse it, but I mean, if you have this palette, does MAC still have MAC? Lord have mercy. Did I call this the MAC Wanted? If you were able to get this palette, I can't remember if this is still in production or not. I want to say it's not. If it's not, I am so sorry, but if you did get it, oh, this palette is beautiful. Okay, so the first shade, I hate it when the shades are on the back. So for my transition color, I'm gonna go into Shadow Hill. It's this color right here. Why does this feel like hard all of a sudden? I used to love this brush. Why has thou forsaken me? What? Why don't you feel good anymore? You're hard. All right, so switched it up. I'm using, it's still a fluffy crease brush, but just changed the brush. This is my Sephora, was this Pro Featherweight Crease Brush. I'm gonna go into Delirium, which is this one right here. and I'm gonna apply it wet. So I'm gonna take the misting spray, taking my blender again and taking a little bit more of that transition shade, because I kind of lost that a little bit, and just go over the lines of Delirium. All right, and now for the other eye. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little liner. I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black. I don't wanna do a wing today. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna line the eyes, ma'am. No sudden movements, nothing too fancy. Don't get ahead of yourself. Alright, I was able to make them match and not be like all the way up in the mirror. So now I'm going to pop on some lashes. These are by Lena Lashes in the style Sarah. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into the Nars palette and take Shadow Hill onto a pencil brush and take that on my lower lash line. I'm going to take a teeny tiny bit of Coconut Grove and put that in the outer corners. Now for the lips. Yeah, because we're gonna go back and do something, but now for the lips. I'm gonna kind of fill them in a little bit with, so I'm gonna take my Melt lip liner in the color Hex and kind of fill my lips in just a little bit. Not really like shaping them with the liner, just kind of filling them in a bit. And filling your lips in with lip liner, like having a base, if you will, of lip liner under your lipstick, helps your lipstick last longer. All right, and now I'm gonna actually line my lips using the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade Rich Chocolate. Okay, and I'm gonna blend those two liners and kind of marry them a little bit. Y'all know how I do. Okay, for the lipstick, I am going in with Dose of Colors Liquid Lipstick in the color Extra Saucy. I love this lip. I love it, and it is our pop of color today. Whenever I'm lining my lips, I'm always like trying to emulate Rihanna's Cupid's bow, because it's like it's absolutely perfect. But I don't know, I think today I might have gotten a little close, because normally I start looking more Tammy Faye Baker than Rihanna. But today I think I'm probably as close as I will ever come to having her like literal perfect lips. All right, and for the final touch on these eyes, I'm using the Patrick Star Eye Popper in Pea House. Alrighty. I'll take this thing off and I'll be right back. That is it for today's video. If you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. Drop a sunshine emoji in the comments if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. That is it for today's video. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching at least as much as I enjoyed making it for you, which this was a lot of fun. But I always enjoy myself when I come on camera. I love making content for you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.